Hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Powers, and you are on the Geekazine channel over on Ustream.tv, www.geekazine.com, Ustream.tv/channel/Geekazine. However, you can go to live.geekazine.com. And of course, you want to give me a call, 608-205-4378, or geekazine@gmail.com. If you got something that you want to get explained or suggest or something like that, please email me or call me, leave me a message and say, hey, how do you do this? And we'll explain it. Today we're talking about TinyURL. It's a really cool website, and at the same time it's also a scary website. Now I'm bringing it up here on my main screen here. As you can see, TinyURL.com is the name of the website, and it's actually pretty cool because what it does is it takes a big URL, like for instance they have the example of mapquest.com/map/map-adu, and it turns it into a smaller URL in which you can then send your friends. TinyURL.com/6. Now I can take a website. Let's take my website here. We'll go www.geekazine.com /?p=116, which is probably an article of mine. And I'll say, hey, let's make a TinyURL. Now what it's going to do is it's going to take an algorithm. It's going to take all this information right here and put it into a mathematical formula. And it's going to come up with com/p=116. It'll keep coming up with this answer. So the algorithm will turn this into this, and they'll put TinyURL, and then they'll put that in their database. So if somebody goes to tinyurl.com/6bdo5l, TinyURL will search the database and it'll say, oh yeah, it goes to geekazine.com !p=116. And it's very useful, especially for things like Twitter and stuff like that, when you only have like 100 characters to go through, and you don't want to put in like some link that's 7,000 characters. So a lot of these, like for instance Geek.com did tinyurl.com, Ars Tech, bad part comes in. All you see is tinyurl.com / and then the number. It doesn't say, hey, this is going to redirect you to Ars Technica's website. This is not going to tell you that it's redirecting you to Geek.com's website. It's just saying, hey, this is the URL. Now, I've seen a website where I had to question where that TinyURL was going to. And I didn't want to click on it because, you know, you don't want to go to a phishing site. You don't want to go to a site that downloads a virus or something like that. So I had actually added or installed the feature called the preview feature. Now TinyURL, I really highly suggest that you should make this preview feature the dominant, which means if somebody goes to TinyURL, it should automatically preview unless you go to the setting and say, I don't want it to preview. But anyway, you go to the preview feature here, and it brings up the web page, and it says, hey, enable previews. And what this would do then is it would go to this TinyURL, and the first thing, before it would go to the actual website, it would actually go to a preview site to say where it's going. So I'm going to say enable previews, and now it's enabled. So now I'm going to go back to Twitter, and I'm going to click on tinyurl.com, the geek.com one, and I'm going to click on it. It's going to bring up another page and say, hey, this is where it's going. It's going to geek.com/geek-watch-keyboard-pants. And then I can say proceed to the site, and that will take me to geek.com. Now this is going to open up a different tab, so you'll have an extra tab open, but this will save you from going to a phishing site. This will save you from going to a site that you really don't want to go to, like a porn site or something like that. Of course, TinyURL, I believe, is watching that type of stuff. So if it does get a porn site on there, excuse me, it will adjust it and will probably remove the link. But anyway, so this is what TinyURL does. Now, if I was to disable that preview, I'll disable it, and I go to Twitter and I go on that same link. Now it's just going to shuttle me straight to Geek.com. And there it goes. So this is TinyURL. It's a great little feature. It takes a really long URL name and shortens it down to about 31 characters. And the best part is if you're sending it in an email, you can put in the TinyURL as opposed to like a MapQuest thing where it's got a humongous URL to it. You can shrink it down to 31 characters so it doesn't break, and so somebody doesn't click on the link and then find out it's going absolutely nowhere. You can use it for your website when you Twitter and stuff like that. If the page that you want them to go to is way too long, it turns it into a tiny URL. And there are programs that will turn it to a tiny, because I've known it the longest. I've been here. I understand it. I know what they're doing, how they're doing it, and stuff like that. So I like to stay on things that I'm comfortable with, things that are safe. So that is why I like TinyURL. And I hope you like TinyURL, and I hope you like this presentation and many, many other presentations that Geekazine.com does. We do a lot of stuff. We do a live show every Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can call the number 608-205-4378. Leave a message with your question, and then get on the chat page and talk with us on the issue. Or you can email me at geekazine@gmail.com, and I'll go from there. We do a podcast every Wednesday morning, and we do the 5-minute show every Monday and Thursday. So come on down, check that all out. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care.